Oh man, guys, I'm not feeling very good. I'm not really up to this whole intro thing. Would one of you guys like to take over for tonight?
No.
I mean, the intro really is like not improv, so
I'll do it if Ronnie can tell me our phone number.
it is. Let's see here.
Carry the 7.
929 GMG, guys.
What?
Whoa! What? Are you serious?
I've been hustling this
Patrick,
whole time.
you
Just
knew
hope
it
that paid
all
off
along.
at some point.
If we say it enough,
He was waiting for this moment.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Buenos dias, mis hermanos y hermanas.
Feels really planned.
I don't know. Is that the way you're supposed to do it?
It's hard to not plan an intro.
You're not. I mean, it's got good potential, but you need to put your heart and your soul into it. I don't feel your heart and soul.
Like channel your inner Michael Buffer.
I will
Yes.
channel
Like
my inner Captain Planet.
Who's Michael
There you go.
Buffer?
The boxing guy. Ready to rumble guy.
Let's get ready to rumble!
But I think there might be two Michael Buffers.
Come
the
on,
original
guys.
and his
Get
son
ready
now
for
is
this.
Doing the same
Mortal
exact
Kombat.
thing.
Finish him.
Liu Kang.
Johnny Cage.
Is that game awesome?
Sonya
by the way.
Blade.
Oh man, Mortal Kombat. I love every single game that comes out. I mean, I was talking about this a couple days ago, and there was a Mortal Kombat game.
Who were you talking about it with? Your mom?
Oh man, who was it? I think it was Spencer Stapleton.
Sheila?
And
Oh, that was close.
back in like the original Xbox, there was this Mortal Kombat Armageddon. And this was like the first game where they had like different games within the game. They had like a Mario Kart style game, one of the modes, except it was obviously more Mortal Kombat characters. There was like fatalities as power-ups. I mean, like ever since then, they've just added new modes to just instead of just having a 1v1 fighting game. And they did the same thing here. I mean, they have a full-fledged story mode. I mean, like it's a movie. It's an absolute movie. 5.5 hour movie.
So it's kind of like X, Mortal Kombat
yes.
X or 10.
Yeah. It's just like that. It's got a really cool story
enjoyed
mode.
that. Actually, you talking about Mortal Kombat 11 so much inspired me to get on Wikipedia, and I looked up Mortal Kombat X and to remind myself of the story, and I read about that. Then I read the story to Mortal Kombat 11 because I didn't know when and where I would ever play it. And really, did you play that one for the story? Maybe to just enjoy the cheesiness and the adventure of the story, but overall it's not like endgame spoilers or anything.
No, I mean it has to do with
Just foreshadow.
Foreshadowing.
5 shadow.
We've gotten to that.
It's going to be the longest segue I've ever done in my life.
really setting it up.
2 hours.
2 hours later. Segue.
But yeah, that game's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. I'm 2 trophies
Cool.
away from getting that platinum.
Are you?
2
Nice.
away.
Ooh, getting that
But the
How long do you
those-
think it'll take
the
you to do
ones-
those 2 trophies?
Yeah, there are. I have to do 50 online matches, and then I have to complete 250 towers. So I don't know if you remember the Mortal Kombat. They would like the arcade mode is you would go through like various opponents and then finally get to
work
the
your
end
way up.
boss. So that's
It like starts at the top and then the camera goes down and shows like who you're going to fight.
yeah. So you got to do
To reach
250 of
Shao
those.
Kahn.
Is that what you were
That's all?
doing the other day when you were not at work? When I asked if you wanted to go to lunch, you were home playing Mortal Kombat, were you?
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Busted.
You should read him the text message I said, but just bleep out the one part.
All right, here let me go back to my text.
Bring it
But
up.
yeah, I think I've done like 170 towers so far. So
That's not bad.
yeah,
And
some
then
of them are like
I like that the trophy is I like how the online trophy is just play 50
that's
50 matches.
way more attainable.
You don't have to
just
win.
play,
That's way better.
right?
I can't stand when they're like win 50, win 100, win 200, win all of the matches like for a trophy. I'm like, come on, that's ridiculous.
So Ronnie texted me yesterday. He's like, lunch today? I responded, I'm off today. And he responds, "Oh my bad, oh my bad, dude. Go bleep yourself then."
Wow, what a friend! What a good friend.
Oh man. So I just sent him a
by
gif
bleep
of
yourself-
Tom Cruise laughing.
By
oh,
bleep
my
yourself,
bad.
you mean have a good rest.
Oh man.
You take care of
so-
you.
So, change of story.
Change up.
I go to a particular restaurant, not restaurant, but I guess fast food
La Coretta.
La Coretta.
establishment.
Oh wait.
No, that is not what I'm talking about.
They have a
here.
drive-through there?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I'm like, mixed
bienvenidos
Talavera, and
to
they're like,
the
"Here you
drive-in of La Carreta.
I would go through the drive-through just for that.
No doubt, they sing to you.
They're
got a
all wearing
mariachi band.
sombreros.
This is what happens when there's no rules, Mark. We're not trying to get through anything.
Who are you kidding? This happens when there are rules.
That is correct. Anytime La Carreta comes up.
No, I'm just gonna say I go to Dunkin Donuts every morning to get me a coffee, and
I love it. You go to a donut place to get coffee.
yes, I said it. I said it.
Isn't that one of the best places though, to get
That's
coffee?
good coffee.
That's what
It
I hear.
is.
We ain't got
But
those
that-
here in Brazil, so I can't add anything to that. Sadly.
I'm sorry. If I could, I would ship them to you, but I'm sure they charge like exorbitant tax rates for that. Too.
That is correct. You could send me $10 of Dunkin' Donut coffee for about $60, probably.
That is disgusting.
That is
So not
disgusting.
worth it. Yeah, it's totally
In 2 months.
disgusting.
When I first heard that, I was like, he's gonna bring you a coffee. Then I'm thinking, what is one guy going to accompany it across the ocean?
Yeah, put it in the box, and it's like soaked all into
Listen,
the box.
some hobbits
and, like,
brought
the
a
cup
ring
is empty.
across
from all
mountains
the
and stuff.
coffee.
I can bring a coffee. No, but the point of this conversation is so
How La
every
I don't
Carreta
even know what we're
has
talking
good
about.
coffee.
You got to restart.
Well,
Well, if
Carreta
you
has
let me
good coffee.
finish, we'd get
I thought we were
there.
going to the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Oh, speaking of
Gosh.
the Lord of the Rings. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that
Go
was a
ahead,
good Game of Thrones
Gosh, I
episode
hate
last week.
you and love you all at the same time.
Mark. How about?
He's just gonna get up
Never
and
mind.
walk out any second. Just
I would-
flip his table.
We're doing it live. No, so every morning when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, the particular staff there, they're always super nice. They always get my order right, and they know me so well. But here's the thing that kind of
what do they
makes
call
me-
you?
And here's the point.
Slow
So-
down, Lucas. Hold on. Let him get through it.
Hold the phones,
sorry.
everybody.
I got my
So
phone.
they always call me like awkward pet names like Love and Shug
Shug?
and stuff. Yeah,
Shug?
Shug.
What kind of
And
restaurant
Like
is this?
like
feel
Shug as in
so
Meshuggah.
uncomfortable.
Hey, Mr. Meshuggah.
Wait, is this Dunkin' Donuts or is this this Mexican place you're talking about?
Yeah,
This
La
is Dunkin'
Carreta.
Donuts.
So
Hola,
confused.
Shug.
I had these guys
¿Cómo
wearing sombreros.
It always makes me feel so uncomfortable because I feel like nobody other than like maybe my wife should call me like a pet name. Like a dear sweetie or somebody like that. Well, maybe
Yeah,
those,
I can see that.
you'd have family
Cupcake.
and stuff like that. But like, I'm in the South, so Shug, short for sugar. It's just kind of weird to me. Like
being
I don't know
called
how
sugar
it
is
is.
kind of weird though.
Have you tried to throw
Yeah.
it back at them? Like
Absolutely
they,
not.
they say
babe.
it to you, and you're like, "Thanks, Cherry Blossom." You should just throw it back
you're
at him,
so
man.
sweet, darling.
It's just like the other day when I was in the office I was in the teacher's lounge at Mindy's school, and I was subbing that day. You guys might remember this. I wrote on Discord that some lady was chomping gum in front of me, and she was like for 5 minutes, and I was going to lose my mind because it's the teacher's lounge, and actually people work in the teacher's lounge. They don't talk a lot, so I could hear it like in a room no matter where I went. And I wrote on the Discord, what should I do? And people said all kinds of stuff that I should do. But one person said, you need to ask her for a piece of gum and do the same thing to see what she'll do. So kind of mirror what she's doing. And if she's like, hey, can you quiet down? You could be like, yes, I can. Can you?
It's just start making a bunch of racket, just opening and closing a door, just boom, 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 boom. Excuse me,
know what I would
can you
do?
stop doing that? Is this annoying?
Are these sounds annoying you?
Yeah.
You know what I would do is and this is going to sound like a dumb question, and I'm sure I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You guys have a lot of grass in Brazil?
It's all desert.
Okay, cool.
What?
Yeah, we have grass.
Define
Okay,
grass.
so I would
Okay,
go
could have fooled me
outside.
too. I was really like listening. Hopefully this comes up
So
on a
you go
geography
outside,
question.
You get a nice handful of grass,
Uh-huh.
and then you come back inside and you lay it right at the front of her and say, "So apparently, by the sound of it, you're into eating this too," and just walk away.
Oh, dang.
Like, imply that she's a cow.
Well, she sounds like a cow chewing cud.
I don't think she would take it that way. I'm pretty sure she would take it like most people and say, "Are you saying I'm fat?"
Oh.
Are you saying
That's
I'm
for
a
you to
fat
think
cow?
about.
That's for you to think about. All right, I'll do that if you also do that at Dunkin' Donuts. Just bring some grass to them.
Here you go, honey.
By the sounds of it, you seem like you're into eating this too, Shug.
Sugar. Oh, wow.
Hold on, I'm still confused. Was this
Special.
Dunkin' Donuts still?
Dude, I've said this like 3 times. Yes,
So
it's Dunkin' Donuts. La Coretta does not have a drive-through.
Who sells the grass?
Nobody. God sells the
Nobody.
grass.
God sells the grass? You pay God for grass?
It's
Wow.
God's grass.
He sells it for free.
You're getting cheated out of some money.
I need him to sell me
Yeah,
a
you're
bunch
right.
more because mine is just weeds.
So now that we're 15 minutes in, it's pretty appropriate for us to explain to those listening that this is not a normal show. This is our improv hour, and you are in for a treat because we are going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff that we have no idea what we're going to talk about. Thanks to Pat and myself, we have abandoned our dreams, our dreams episode, and now we are just talking, hanging out. It's just another day in the neighborhood. So
This
welcome.
is how we do it.
Thanks for joining the madness. Speaking of madness, this week I started Kingdom Hearts 1.5 with my kids and my wife.
What does that
Have you
mean?
guys played this Kingdom
what does
Hearts?
1.5 mean?
So the way it works with Kingdom Hearts is the original ones that came out were Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358/2. I think those are the original 3. Maybe. Mark, you can help me if you want.
Yeah,
Well, hold on.
unfortunately,
What was
he's
that
right
one
on the money
again?
with this one.
258-2?
No, I think it's 358
It's
slash
358
I don't even know what this is.
slash 2.
What,
Slash 2.
What does that mean?
So, to catch you up
Am
to
I doing
speed,
division
Kingdom
while
Hearts
I'm
is...
reading this title?
I don't know. I really don't understand it. So, Kingdom Hearts
Patrick,
1.5...
you could make that same question for pretty much
Sounds like a
anything
card game.
pertaining to Kingdom Hearts. So, what does
Yeah.
that even mean?
What is
So,
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom Hearts
regarding
1.5.
chained memories? Is that what that means?
So Kingdom Hearts 1.5 is those 3 games put together. So we just started Kingdom Hearts 1. And for those like Ronnie who have no idea what I'm talking about, Kingdom Hearts is when they is a game, an RPG, role-playing game for those that don't know, where they take Disney characters and Final Fantasy characters and they smash them together into a bunch of different worlds. And then you fight evil with good and friendship and all that good stuff. So we just started that.
Wait, you
this
fight
past
evil
week.
with friendship.
That's correct, my friend.
Wow, that's like
Lots
that's
of
Mortal
hugging.
Kombat 2.
Yeah, it's called Friendshipality. What are those called? Is it called Friendship?
Friendship.
Those
Friendship.
finishing moves from.
Again?
Is that Mortal Kombat 3? Right?
Mortal Kombat 2 had the friendships and the babalities and fatalities.
Yes. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 with friendship. So you just do friendship the whole time. You don't do fatalities. But so far we've met Goofy, Donald, Minnie, Daisy, Jiminy Cricket, and then in the Final Fantasy realm we've run into Aerith.
So instead of killing
Leon,
people,
Yuffie.
you just you're friends with them.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, here's
So
the
instead
thing.
of the
and
killing,
so
it's just friendship and happiness.
So here's how it works: is you go through an area and you smash X a lot to fight these little short things called I don't remember what they're called. No, yeah, heartless. Yeah, I think they're little heartless creatures. And you just mash X and you just hit them and punch them. You don't even punch them. You have a huge key as your weapon, and you hit them a bunch of times, and then you meet new friends, and then they talk for 15 minutes, and then you go to another area, and then you fight more of the little creatures with your key, and then you meet more people, and then you talk. That's how it's been so far the first couple hours.
And then make friends.
Yeah, and that's how you fight them, with friendship. And the more friends you make,
is this like a nostalgia game?
The more friends you make, the bigger the battle is.
So I'm finding that it really is a nostalgia game as you're getting to. Like, I saw one character from Final Fantasy. Have you guys played Final Fantasy games at all?
No.
Some.
Fantastic. What have you played, Mark?
I am familiar with 7 and 8. I actually played 9, I think some of 10, and maybe 15.
So with 7 and 8, you would then be familiar with Lionheart, I think, or Braveheart, or I can't remember his name. He's the one that has the gun sword. And then you'd be familiar with Yuffie and Aerith, and you run into the 3 of those within the first couple hours of the game. And that was pretty cool to see them, except my kids and my wife have not played that, so I'm like, hey, that's Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII, and they're just looking at me like, and we're supposed to care because... And then we just move on.
It's one of the biggest games on the PS4.
Oh my goodness, it's so amazing! So we've been playing that, and it's fun. It's fine. My kids get lost in the game, and then they just continue to run in circles.
It's okay. The fans get lost too.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So yeah, that's the craziness I've been up to.
Fun stuff. I've been riding scooters in DC.
Wait, you're in DC right now?
Not right now,
Rode a scooter
but
home.
I did this past weekend.
Oh, did you? That's cool. What'd you do in DC?
So,
just ride scooters around and then leave?
Yep, that's exactly what we did. That's
Great.
all we did. We drove 3.5 hours to just ride scooters and then leave.
Nice.
You should have just drove the scooters
No.
there.
What's that?
Should have just drove the scooters there. Get your fill.
Yeah, then it would have taken like 25 hours.
Really?
Probably not.
How fast does your scooter
Game
go?
time.
Not that fast.
Let's do the math.
Let's not.
352 divided by 2.
Equals Kingdom Hearts.
/8. No, so we went to DC this weekend. It was the first time my father-in-law had ever been to DC. I've been several times. But it was awesome to see him finally get to experience like all the monuments and memorials and stuff like that at the National Mall and that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
And but the nice thing was like, well, the first part of the day we basically walked everywhere, and
Well, you had scooters. Why in the world would you walk everywhere?
Well, because we didn't know how to acquire the scooters, but we noticed that everybody seemed to have them.
Did you lose
But
the
then we
dealer?
found
Like
out-
Grand Theft
their
Auto just
scooter
got taken
dealer?
from somebody.
No.
They're just batons.
Grand
Everybody
Theft
passes around
Auto
the city.
Scooter Edition.
No, we didn't bludgeon the people and then take their scooters. No.
You don't have to bludgeon them; just kick them off.
Bludgeon.
Yeah,
I had five. I
think
had
only
5
Trevor
wanted
punches people
stars
every
by the
time.
time we were done. No, so basically, companies like Lyft and Uber and all those companies, they actually have scooters that they place throughout the city of DC, and you can use their individual apps like the Lyft app and the Uber app
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever.
And then you borrow
And
the scooter.
You basically
That's cool.
It tells you where the scooters are in the city, where the closest one is, and you basically, I think it's like $1 to start it, and it's like 15 cents a minute while you're using it.
So it's like a scavenger hunt for scooters. You have to like find it somewhere.
Well, sort of. It has a map that tells you where they are.
Oh, okay.
So it's
That's
a
cool.
very quick scavenger hunt. But yeah, so basically like it was like 1:00 and we walked like 11 miles.
It's rough.
And so we were kind of tired. And we're like, man, we just need to figure out how to get these scooters. And so we downloaded the app and did all that kind of stuff. And man, it was so much fun just being able to drive the scooters around DC. And I was like,
It's like a
Next
high
time we're
traffic
coming
zone
to
with like
DC.
a bunch of other scooters.
What's that?
I'm imagining like a metropolis with just scooters everywhere, and everybody's like, is there like a ton of people on the like streets, or are they like you can actually ride around a little bit?
Depending on where you are, there are certain parts where there's like some bottlenecking going on where you'll get like an influx of people and it's kind of hard to weave through that traffic. But then it lets out and you can pretty much get around everywhere.
Now, what kind of scooters were these? Were these like the Razor scooters or
Like a
the
Vespa?
No, they're a little bit better.
Or
They're
the manual ones that
those,
you
like-
have to use your feet.
those like grocery
awful.
store scooters?
That sounds
What
like the
kind of-
worst rental ever.
No, these are like nice, like motorized scooters.
Like you sit on. Not,
No, you don't sit
Like
on them.
Segways?
You stand on them. They're kind of like Segways, but
Wait,
it
but do they
looks
make
more
sound?
like a scooter.
Are they like wee?
How could those two
Or
things
they like,
even be called the same thing? The scooter you sit on and the
Or they
scooter
like
you stand on. How's that even happening? Two completely different things.
You're borderline moped.
How could a
if you're
Vespa-
sitting down at that point?
And a Razor scooter both be scooters.
Because they have little wheels and there's a thing in
No,
the middle with
Vespa
the
has
handle.
like almost like a motorcycle wheel on it.
You know, Ronnie, some questions are just not meant to be answered. You're just left to not know them.
Let's ask
So-
Siri.
Can you Google that, Mark?
Siri,
Do that.
Just
what's
Google,
the difference
how
between
could this
a
be
Vespa
scooters?
and a scooter?
I don't know that.
Siri, what's the difference between a Vespa scooter? Okay.
No, it looks like a stand-up scooter, but they're motorized, so they go pretty quick. I don't know what the top speed is on them, but basically, once you put in your information on the app, you unlock
YouTube.
the scooter, and you're able
That
to
doesn't help me.
go wherever you want about the city.
No helmet?
What's that?
No helmets?
No helmets. They're not going that fast. But then if you go into a store or something, you can lock the scooter, so that somebody just doesn't like take it and run off with it. I mean, technically you could pick it up, but the motorized part won't work. And then when you're done, you just hit end ride, and somebody else you just drop it off wherever.
All right.
And
This just
You have
in.
to fin-
Siri
Okay,
guided
go for
us in this. Mopeds and scooters both use small motors for propulsion. However, a moped's motor is designed to assist the rider when pedaling and provides only a portion of the locomotive power. A scooter uses its motor to provide all the propulsion all the time.
What
interesting.
about a Razor scooter? What does it have to do with that?
That's when you
Has no
provide
motor.
all of the propulsion.
So
You are the scooter. You're the motor
That
of the
is
scooter.
the scooter?
Yeah.
So you're the scooter, not even the equipment.
You're the
that on.
scooter with a razor.
You're on
Be the scooter. You are
you
the
are
scooter.
on
Yes.
some type of vehicle, and you are the scooter. I'm glad we clarified that.
You are the scooter doing the scooting.
Usually scooters are more expensive than mopeds. How is a razor scooter a scooter?
That's what
Why
I'm
isn't
saying.
it a razor?
Why couldn't it just be called a razor?
Because then people would try to shave their face with it, and that would just be stupid.
Well, I guess
Some kind
it's
of
just,
warning
it just
label.
depends
Did
on
you
the
go get me
body
a
shape
razor?
of it. The shape of the body of the...
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like I said, some questions are just not meant to be answered.
I'll tell you what's another question that is not supposed to be answered is why did they make a Sonic movie?
Oh
Did
my
you guys
gosh,
see
I saw
that?
this trailer?
Holy smokes. It looks
Magical
so
ton
bad.
of garbage.
Oh, hot garbage.
Okay, so
In all fairness,
take.
I thought Shazam looked like it was not going to be good, and you guys all came back and said it's really good, so now I'm going to have to see it.
Oh yeah, that's
Did you think in the previews it looked really good?
it looked
Yeah.
more geared towards kids in the trailers to me, but it was not. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, my daughter cannot see this.
Yeah, there was blood and violence
And cussing.
and death and
Yeah, so
lots of cursing.
right.
People taking their clothes off.
What?
Cats and dogs. Oh wait, sorry, wrong
what movie
movie.
did you see?
This is the wrong show.
I saw
Lucas.
I saw Shazoom,
Unedited
That's
version.
your other show.
unedited Shazoom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Game of Thrones.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just kidding. I haven't actually seen it, so
Okay, so
Shazam that
hot
is,
take.
or Game of Thrones.
I didn't think the Sonic trailer was that bad. Now, don't get me wrong, not excited about it at all.
Now here's one thing I thought too. Along with that, have you guys seen the movie Hop?
Is that the one with the bunny? Is that an Easter movie?
James Marsden.
And James Marsden.
It's like,
That's exactly.
Oh
what I had.
no,
It's the
he's in
same
both of
movie,
these movies. Oh gosh.
and they did a computer.
I saw
they
a
swapped
meme
him out
online.
for the bunny.
I saw a meme online of like, shout outs to James Marsden for driving CGI characters around.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. I'm like, how? Why would they think this is a good idea?
I mean, their
I don't
number
know.
one goal is to get Sonic right, and they didn't. He looks like a little kid in blue leggings.
Yes. It does look
It's
creepy.
so weird looking.
And you saw? Did you guys see the pictures online that I think it was Jason Stansel's friend? He actually did some edits, and I think Chris McCracken posted it on the MTTG Discord. And those edits look infinitely better.
Right? Yeah, it looks like the character
I didn't see that.
from back in the 90s. Why does he look
Yep.
like... Why does he look so different? He looks so weird.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this one's gonna come out on
And
top
Jim Carrey...
or
The other-
anywhere near the top.
Yeah, I was going to say Jim Carrey, as much as I love Jim Carrey, I feel like he's more Ace Ventura than Dr. Robotnik. Like he's like Ace Ventura trying to pretend like he's Dr. Robotnik.
I'm okay with
At
that.
least in
Now-
the trailer.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I guess.
but I don't
it's
think
just-
he's... I don't think he... as big of a draw as Jim Carrey is, I don't think he's going to be able to save this movie as a villain. Not even in the slightest. Unfortunately.
Now, granted. Oh, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
You go ahead, Ronnie.
Yeah, you go
It's
ahead.
your turn.
Mark, you go ahead.
Let's just all
Patrick,
go
why
ahead.
don't you go ahead?
I'm not ready. Mark, you go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
Nice.
All right, I have one that's
And then I'll go
Excuse
ahead.
me.
I have one that's completely on topic, but go ahead, Mark.
But before you do that, go ahead, Ronnie.
All right, before I do that though, Mark, you go ahead.
But before Mark goes ahead, I need Patrick to go behind.
Nope.
Oh, this got weird.
Nope.
This got weird really fast.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the side.
All right, that
Welcome
game's over.
to Improv.
That game is over.
It's all fun and games till someone gets hurt. Yeah, no, I think, like, at first when I saw Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik in the trailers, I was like, okay, he's got a mustache. He's kind of got a suit like Robotnik. And then I saw the end, like the very last shot of the trailer. I'm like, okay, he actually looks like Robotnik.
So
Whether or not his... What's that?
I was just going to say, do you think they're going to, like, a lot of the movies going to be in that kind of setting? Because they showed him with this crazy mustache and a bunch of huge mushrooms in the background. Like, are they going to go at some point, like,
No, they're setting up the
from
sequel.
the modern
The sequel to
to
this
that?
movie
Are they
that's
setting up
never
the-
going to happen.
I love how they're doing it in the trailer, setting up the sequel. Like,
Also,
alternate
apparently,
timeline.
Sonic is Doctor Strange because his ring can apparently transport you to different areas and stuff.
Oh, I did
So-
notice in the trailer he did say something like, "I'm going to save your world" or something. Like,
Yeah.
like he was from another place.
Yeah, there's a shot of them going through one of the rings and going like to an entirely different part of the world.
Now, based on
Like
the
it-
game, shouldn't that just take them? If they go through the rings, they should just go to that level where you're running on the half pipe through a trail
Boom, boom, boom.
to reach
Yeah.
the emeralds at the end of the trail. So that's definitely not canon. I think they need to
Just one more thing they messed up.
start over.
Yeah, unfortunately, this thing's coming out, and it's not going to do well. Unfortunately.
All right, so I have something that's on that topic.
Oh, go ahead.
Go for it.
So I'm in the bathroom at work last week.
Actually, don't you think Patrick should go ahead?
Yeah, Patrick, you go ahead.
Okay. So Ronnie was in the bathroom at work.
Warm toilet seat story. I can't wait.
Nope. I don't know if it's worse or... So I walk in, and a guy walks in right behind me. He's at the urinals.
Wait, is this
In the
the
stall?
stall? Or is this the
No, no,
stall?
no,
Oh
standing
my
at the
god!
urinal.
Stall with you? Oh, okay.
That's when you yell for help. You get on the ground and get into the fetal
I asked
position.
I asked him to check to see if the seat was warm or cold. So anyways, so I'm standing next to this guy at a urinal, and he lets out this loud, squealing, long fart.
At the urinal?
Yes.
Oh,
right
man,
next
there's
Like
like no rules apparently to people as soon as they walk
right
into the
let the
bathroom.
next
air-
to me at the right at the urinal, and didn't look or make any like expression or anything. And I was like,
Is
was
it
gonna be
the
like,
sound like a
what?
balloon?
like what the bleep are you doing? Like,
You're bleeping.
Like, do
Is
you
it like
wanna
the sound
die
when you
today?
let out the air of a balloon? It's like,
So, anyways, I go to wash my hands, and obviously I go to the furthest sink away from this dude, right? Because I don't want to breathe in his poop.
Good call.
Right.
Good call.
And as I'm over there, I can hear the guy like almost just like squeaking them out, just like forcing little small ones, like repeatedly. I was like, "You have got to be kidding me." It was after 5 o'clock, so I contemplated, like, should I say something? Should I say something to this guy? This guy just farted in your face.
what's
But I
after
decided
5
not to.
o'clock have to do with farting?
What?
What's after 5 o'clock have to do with farting?
I thought about saying something because it was after 5.
What happens before 5? You can't say anything?
Yeah, I'm at work. I'm getting paid.
Oh, so after 5 you're not at work.
Technically, I was still in the building, so that's why I decided against it.
Okay, fair enough.
A lot of rules in there.
Lucas doesn't care anymore.
I didn't say that.
Lucas.
No,
I was
no,
just
you
wanting
said fair enough.
clarification.
Lucas, you go ahead.
Was it more like,
Oh, when I was standing at the sink, I could hear him like struggling to get him out.
oh gosh,
Oh,
he's struggling? Like,
the push.
Yeah, like he was pushing.
oh no.
That's dangerous.
Like,
That's
dude, I
very
can hear
tempting
you.
fate
Dude,
with that.
knock it off. That's the worst though.
So that was a thing.
Yeah.
That happened.
No,
Like,
like-
that is like,
And
that's
that happened.
inhumane.
That has happened to me as well. It's like there are
Some
no
guys feel
rules
like-
in the bathroom.
Some
I
guys
think
feel
the
like
bathroom should be a
an
safe
area that
place.
you can do that. Like, all right, you have
safe
somebody
place.
You have somebody standing closer to you right at that second than you probably do most of the day.
I mean, did he direct it at you
That's
personally?
when
I
it's
don't think
okay.
so.
What?
Did you turn
he
to him and
direct it at
say,
you?
"At least it's not silent," because those could be deadly.
I should have made a joke now. Maybe you should check that, sir. Sounded gross.
It sounded bleeping gross.
No, I mean, he did not fart. I mean, I don't believe he farted in my general direction. I always follow the look straight ahead rule and never veer away from that.
I feel like you need to write a book about bathroom rules.
There's a lot of them.
But you should only write it in the bathroom. So when you go to the bathroom and you sit in the stall,
I actually
you can
that
write the book.
That would be seriously productive.
That would be
It's like, where's Ronnie? No, he's writing his book.
working hard.
Exactly.
I just imagine that. Rule 784.
It's the worst. I just feel like when people go in there, it's like, man, do you not have like any manners? Like you're gonna fart right next to somebody? Are you serious? I feel like even if you don't have manners, you got to at least.
I mean, if you take it into the stall, is it okay to make noise?
You know what? I would be very much more accepting of that if somebody went in the stall and farted.
So
They're
it's
closing
like
themselves
contained.
off a little bit and giving me time to get out of there before
yeah,
it's on top.
all right,
Before
can
it's
see
in my
that.
nostrils and my throat.
That's true.
It just made me want to cough.
God bless you.
Thank you.
But you know what? Sometimes just people stink, and that's all there is to it. I know this because this past weekend I went to a camp, a mission training, and I stayed in a room with about 25 guys. Now, surprisingly, only 2, maybe 3 people, probably including myself, snored. So in terms of sleeping arrangements, it wasn't bad. But it was a 2-night deal, Friday night and Saturday night. And by Sunday morning, the smell was like college dorm smell. Like if you put all the freshmen together, the smell was very bad. But other than that,
Spring
it
break.
wasn't a bad
woo!
weekend. Woohoo! Now, I will say one thing that was tough is during that weekend, I did not have any cell phone service. So that made my cell phone a camera and a note-taking device, and that is all. When's the last time you guys didn't have cell phone service for an extended period of time and enjoyed it?
That's the best time to take a nap.
I know, right? It's like I would like check my phone and then just be like, well, I can check the time. That is all. And then I put the cell phone away because there's nothing else for it to do.
You could have done your math problem to figure out the equation for your Kingdom Hearts games.
Oh, that's right. I could have. 358 divided by 2. Carry the 7. 158. Nope.
Totally not right.
Thus why I need the calculator. Good call.
No, is there a reason for that? The way they named
For what?
it?
I have no idea. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm only playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 right now.
I thought with your
So-
Wikipedia powers, you would immediately go there to find out what's going on.
I will say I probably read it in the past at some point, but it is so convoluted that because I just read the text, it didn't stick, and I moved on. So
It's 179, by the way.
thank you. That was my second guess, 179.
Samsonite.
I was way off.
Oh, good times.
Great oldies.
B105.
Oldies 99.
B105 was country.
Is that right? I don't know.
I think you
So-
want 103.5 for oldies.
Speaking of 90s music, Ronnie, what have you been listening to lately?
I'm glad you asked. So, I spend a ton of time when I'm not on Discord in the bathroom
Hashtag
Right in
life.
your book.
on Spotify searching through music. And this week I found a 90s dance mix. And it has all the goods. The first song is Rhythm as a Dancer. Like, oh, man. See what else we got on here. What is Love?
What is
Hadaway.
love?
Little Hadaway.
Baby, don't hurt me.
You got Culture Beat on here. They got some of these people I don't even know. Technotronic, Pump Up the Jam. I don't think I can't really play them on here though, can I?
No, but
Yeah, I would.
is that like
90s
a
dance
jock
podcast.
jams?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Everybody dance now. Yeah, that'd be
I was
really,
changing the channel.
be a lot cooler if we could play that on here.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be nice?
What?
If we could
Don't
break
we
that.
get like so many seconds?
I think you get 15 seconds, don't you?
I don't know. But if we post it,
I've heard
we
some-
won't make any money off of it.
Oh, no. Don't do that then. We definitely want to make that big money.
Yeah, I haven't seen a cent,
Wow.
so we can do whatever the heck we want.
I always assumed
I've
you
seen
guys
a
were
cent.
collecting money and I was not a part of it. I'm alright with it though.
Ronnie, did you win any volleyball games this past week?
Oh no, copyright strike.
No more. Now, if we sing along with it, does that help it not get copyrighted? Hurt me.
I don't know how many seconds
No
that
more.
was. If we were going to make $1 off of this episode, I would like to at least collect 25 cents.
Here's a quarter to
check
get
is in the
yourself
mail.
some Bubblicious.
Check for 25 cents. On the
No,
way.
I didn't really win any volleyball. I mean, or play any. I will tell you what I did do.
You
This is
didn't
the most-
play any volleyball?
No, I did. I didn't
Oh,
really win
okay.
like anything of note.
Okay. That scared me for a second.
No, I did. So on Friday night, I played volleyball, and I usually play like 4 people on a team. So we play quads, and I'm always in the front row, and I'll like set and block for my team. So I was running for a block, which was like on the other side of the court. So I was like running pretty fast, trying to get my hands up there as like quickly as I could. I didn't block, and I came down on my left foot because I was running like to my left. So I came down on my left foot first, and my other leg wraps around like the front, and I healed myself in the shin. I did it so hard that I basically knocked that leg out from under me, and I fell down.
Oh, no.
That's impressive.
I know.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so
That sounds impressively painful.
oh man, it was rough. Actually, it knocked me on my butt for like a second, And the funny thing is, like, one of my players like passed it perfectly where I should have been, but I was sitting off over to the side, like. But so immediately it like started to like swell up like a knot on my shin, and it started to turn like a little purple. Well, by the time like volleyball was over, no bruise at all, like back to normal, just a little bit of a lump. And my buddy Chad even made the joke. He's like, "Man, you're like Wolverine," because it was like bruised for like 30 minutes maybe. And I went through all the day on Saturday, and I had no bruising until Saturday night, and it turned like a greenish color, like a weird bruise color, like that I've never even seen before. And now, hold on, I'm gonna send you guys this on air, just to hear your guys' reaction to what it looks like this morning.
Can't wait.
It's actually a little bit darker than it is in this picture.
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it.
I know.
So the spot on my shin is where I kicked myself, and look at where it's bruised, like down to my heel. Did it deliver that picture yet?
Oh man.
Good Lord.
And you hit yourself in the shin, and you got a bruise.
Yeah,
on
the
your
mark at the top of my
side your
leg there,
toe.
like midway down my shin. That's where I kicked, and that's like how the bruising is like made it all the way down to my heel, like down around my ankle.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm in Brazil. It's a little delayed.
But yeah, I've had to ice it like, I don't know, the past like
that's a
3
big
days,
bruise.
like pretty much like a lot. The weird thing is it doesn't really hurt. I definitely think it was like a bone bruise because of all that picture. But
Is that your bathroom?
yeah,
You need to put your toilet seat down just in case, because you don't want to sit.
is that in the picture?
You don't want to fall into the
Also,
water.
you may want to retile that floor. It's not ideal.
Oh wait,
If I
never
wish
mind.
that were tile.
I think the seat's no. Is the seat down? No, it doesn't look like it. I wonder if it's warm.
The seat is not down.
Can you
but
test
it
it?
is also not down because it's kind of broken.
Ooh,
So there's that.
There's that.
that sucks,
Yeah.
That happens.
dude. It looks.
I just need to get a new
It looks
toilet
like
seat.
a horse.
Well,
looks like a horse
it's not
river
the toilet
danced on
seat,
your
but
leg.
It's the toilet seat / cover like combo. So it's not just a seat, and the cover is broken.
Oh yeah, been there.
Yep. So it's up because it makes it look not ridiculous, like some kind of Game of Thrones crown.
What?
I don't even watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's what I assume what
you
they
know
look
what you're
like.
saying.
It made sense to somebody.
Somebody out there gets it.
So yeah, it bruised all the way down. The weird thing is like it doesn't hurt at all. Like I can see my leg swelling and everything, but it doesn't like hurt. It doesn't hurt to walk. Like it's the weirdest thing.
Man, it looks
terrible.
It looks like a horse did the river dance on your leg.
Yeah, like I made the joke. I was talking to my buddy Chad earlier, like, and said, "Man, people are gonna think like I'm turning into a zombie. Like half of my leg. That's where the virus has made it so
I
far.
can see that.
Like it's like all purple down my leg. Like it's ridiculous. So I don't know. That's what's going on in my
What
life.
song is that?
That's the Walking Dead intro.
That's the Walking
Oh,
Dead
okay.
intro.
Do you want me to talk about the movies that I actually watched this week? I don't know if we were doing
Sure.
updates. 'Cause, I
Movies.
mean, that's like a
was
thing,
plural.
right? It's kind of planned.
No, we're just talking about our lives.
We're just shooting the
you can
bleep.
tell us about it. We're shooting the shooting the what? The bleep?
Shooting the bleep.
What's
Yep, shooting the
We're just shooting
bleep
the bleep.
and breeze.
You know the
So what
phrase
movie did you
shooting
watch?
the seashell?
By the seashore.
Yeah. So I watched the first two
I
Avengers
heard she
movies.
sells it.
the first
So
two?
I did that. I watched the
Nice.
first two Avengers movies, and I actually went back and watched Infinity War before I saw Endgame. To kind of
Nice.
get caught back
Nice.
up now that I know more about some people.
Oh,
So you watched
nice.
Age of Ultron also,
Yes.
the robot movie.
Yep. I wanted to watch Civil War before then, but I just didn't have the time to do it. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch still all of them anyways. But man, I really love the Avengers movies. Like those movies are sweet. Like they're awesome. Just
They're-
basically how
they're
they all
stellar.
like use their powers like in combination with the others. Like it's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it just takes you back to that whole like, man, you seeing all the good guys, like all the guys you root for, all of a sudden like team up for the greater good. Like it just gives you like a good feeling as a viewer. And those were
Definitely.
pretty sweet. I thought the
Agreed.
funniest thing about them was actually like the feud between like the Hulk and Thor. So at one point, I think it was it the first movie with Loki. He basically has him on the ground right there or something. They're standing there, and Hulk just punches Thor just right off the
Yeah,
screen.
that's definitely the first movie. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember laughing so hard at that part in the theater.
Yeah, it was so cool. But so kind of to forecast, obviously, what we're talking about later. But I'm really glad I watched those because they really came up in the movie.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like those are two that I'm really glad that I watched because like that specific stuff like was all like a very big part of that. And
Definitely were references to it.
watching Black Panther like totally helped me like in both of these movies. Just like knowing what Wakanda even is. Because I would have not known what the heck was even happening if I didn't watch Black Panther.
Bombay.
I'd be like, oh, they're going into this future city, whatever.
Wakanda forever.
But no, those movies were awesome. They really were.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
I think it was like the 4 of the 5 top grossing movies in the MCU are the Avengers movies.
Yeah. They
And then
definitely
the
have
other one
drawing
is
power.
Black Panther.
But
So,
Black
yeah,
Panther
they
is
are
like
awesome.
a top grossing movie.
Yeah.
I actually really like that movie. I thought that movie was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea of the secret city. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much my day.
Oh, there's no Superman in there?
My day.
No, I really didn't have time for that.
Why would you?
Really busy. One other thing I did do was rebuy Grand Theft Auto 5, and I've been playing it.
Oh, nice.
That
So you're the one that's keeping it on the NPD.
actually, I'm actually like right now I'm replaying like through the storyline like just because it was a lot of fun. Like it was a really fun game to play, and I didn't want to watch Superman, so
You didn't want to watch Superman.
Tell us how you really feel.
I had to hurry up and get something else to do. Couldn't come back to you guys with nothing.
To get something else to do.
No, only thing to do is watch Superman. Must find something
They're
else.
pressure washing my driveway.
Start brushing your cat's hairs. Hairs? Hair?
Start selling
Fur?
doors, door to door.
I'm out there making chairs, rocking chairs out of wood,
Or grass? Weaving it.
canopy chairs.
Weaving the grass.
So what you want to do is you want to take a handful of grass, pull it from outside.
And then make a rocking chair out of it. Sit in it.
Mark, I bet you do a really good Billy Mays impression, don't you?
Hi, I'm Billy Mays, here with OxyClean.
I knew this was going to be a thing. Mark does awesome impressions.
Like what?
Yeah, what else you got, Mark?
You want to know how many lines of coke I've done today?
Was that Billy Mays?
What was that?
Coca-Cola?
Confused.
You guys know
Love
what he
them.
I
died
didn't know if
from,
that was an
right?
impression or...
A personal
A
problem?
statement.
This is improv slash
You guys know what
confession
Billy
hour.
Mays died from, right?
You know, I do remember
Drinking too
this
much
now, but I
Coca-Cola.
did not remember it when that first came through.
Okay, so impressions.
No, we used to do when we played PUBG. You would do like the German guy or the Dutch guy.
The German
We are
or
going to
Dutch.
get a chicken dinner. Yes, it was so fun. We played the PUBG.
Yes. Play the PUBG.
You'd be doing that while we were playing. It was hilarious.
You need backpack? I get you backpack.
So it was great looting houses with him.
Let's see. Impressions. Ree-raggy. Ree. Like Zoink Scoob. I got the munchies.
Those are pretty good. Those are pretty solid. I'm terrible at impressions. Mine all sound the exact same.
Come on, do one. Do an impression, Ronnie. And then I'll do my impression of you.
Yep, I don't have one.
That was a
He's
great
like, I got it.
impression
I gotta be honest, I had a little bit of stage fright.
of the
I just
sound of
panicked.
silence.
Panicked, and I could think of absolutely nothing.
Don't panic. Come on, Ronnie, you can do it. Just talk like yourself.
Is that
great.
Is that Luke Bryan?
Dang it.
Hey, boy.
Dang it. Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it,
Messing
Bobby.
with
Don't
my
make me
propane.
smack you in the head again. I'll do it.
That was a pretty
Sounds
good
like Luke Bryan.
How about Luke Bryan in conversation with a Muppet? Hey, little green man, what are you doing? Hi-ho there. This is Kermit the Frog here. How are you today?
How did we not know this before? Because
I don't like country music. Yay!
Oh, Kermit.
I think you guys should have an improv conversation. I want Kermit the Frog versus the German guy. Straight up fire it out. What was your week like?
Lucas, how was your week? Was it great?
Well, I didn't do very much. I just went to a pond and I did some swimming. What did you do today?
Oh, I went out and I got some Wiener Schnitzel, and then I went and I played some PUBG for a little while.
Wiener Schnitzel? That sounds yummy.
Oh, it is delightful.
What's in Wiener Schnitzel?
This is the show from now on.
Lucas, sometimes there are certain questions that just cannot be answered.
Kermit, we need you, Kermit. I need to leave. Miss Piggy's calling me.
This is awesome, Kermit the Frog.
I'm gonna send my other green friend to come talk. Okay?
I'll be the same.
Hello. How are you today? Good, you are.
This
Yes.
is an impression battle. Mark, what do you got now?
I don't know what to do with this.
The force is strong with this little German man. It is.
He's frozen. He doesn't have...
These are not the droughts you're looking for.
No, do your Bane impression.
I was wondering if you were going to ask me that question. Tell me, do you enjoy frog's legs?
Frog legs. I've never had it before. Good it sounds. Yum.
They taste great with
We're
escargot.
running out of material.
You can keep stupid frog legs. Stupid fat hobbit.
Oh, yeah, Lucas brought the show.
Who do you think you are? Smeagol. Oh, that's me. Oh, Smeagol, you're talking to us. We talk to each other all the time. Yes, I love taters, precious. What's taters?
Was that Gollum and Yoda at the same time?
Gollum just called him Yoda.
Taters, precious.
It just sounds like Gollum needs to clear his throat.
Here's an impression of Gollum eating an apple. That's it. Isn't that a great impression?
Yeah.
Spot
Great
on.
apple sound.
Absolutely.
Here's Yoda eating an apple.
It's like I'm right in the room with you.
Nothing.
Right? Ready? Here's the... What's that other guy's name? Luke?
Luke
Bryan?
Skywalker?
Luke Brown. Is it Luke Brown?
Luke Bryan.
Bryant?
Here's Luke Bryan eating an apple.
Man, Bobby, that's a dang good apple. That's a bleeping good apple, son.
That's all I got.
Oh, shoot.
That was fabulous. What else we got?
Nothing.
Stuff?
Stuff in places with people. Doing things.
Sounds like Vegas.
And spring break. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh, wait. I had one more thing. A random question from Travis Popsicle.
Go for it, Steve Jobs.
Have you...
Wait a minute, can we
What
even
did
use
Steve
this? To be honest
Jobs?
with you? This is like a whole plan.
He said one more
It's a
thing.
planned thing.
It's not
What is it?
planned.
That's not
Oh.
improv if we're reading a question.
He just called it in.
Just now?
Make up his question.
Read it, but read it in reverse.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
For whatever.
As up dress you, would what so if? cosplay to whatever you would or you have. Questions. Random my hears.
I'm really glad I read this one earlier now.
What?
All right. Travis had a random question.
Thought I save Avengers spoiler cast.
What?
Huh?
What?
I just thought it was random, so I thought it would go better in the improv.
Okay,
than
what
it
was the
would in
question?
spoiler cast.
What was the question again?
Have you or would you ever want to cosplay? If so, what would you dress up as?
See, now for me, cosplaying, I mean, the people out there, they
You did it at the junk or treat.
See, now
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
did.
see what I consider cosplaying is when people make their own costumes and they make it just like so good where it actually looks like the character that they're trying to portray. Man, if I had the ability to make it, because these people like they spend a good amount of time creating their own costume. You know, some of them they just look like they actually look like a real life either comic book character come to life. I don't know, man. I don't know who I would cosplay as.
I'm definitely out on dressing up as anything pretty much. Like once I
I
get
think
out of
the
work,
only one-
I have to dress like fairly nice at work. Once I get out of work, like it's gonna be either jeans or sweatpants.
You could cosplay as somebody that wears jeans or sweatpants.
The Rock.
Yes. Put a little fanny pack on that. You could be the Rock from the 80s.
I'm down with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't see why not.
You see, isn't there
Yeah,
a new
when-
movie
You know
is that coming out with The Rock and Jason Statham?
Oh yeah. The Fast and the Furious.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like that's a pretty stretch from the like Fast and the Furious probably, but I mean look where the series has gone, honestly though.
It gets better and better.
Dude, they
Just
they
keep getting
played
better, I
the
think.
trailer for that. They played the trailer for that before Endgame,
Yeah, same for me.
and everybody in the theater was laughing their heads off at that trailer because of the sheer ridiculousness of a bunch of the scenes. Like the scene where he like ties that chain around that helicopter, and he's
holding
everybody
on to
was
it or
like
whatever.
laughing their heads
It's
off.
not supposed to be realistic. That's what's so great about it.
Oh goodness. I haven't cosplayed to like a movie night or anything like that. Would I? Yes. I believe I would.
Who would you be, Mark?
Batman.
Honestly, with having a beard, I have shied away from cosplaying as Batman.
Isn't there a version where Batman does have a beard?
There is,
Really?
but it's just not.
That would look really
It's not
funny
common.
poofing out of his mask.
It's like a biker Batman.
And that's why I don't do it. But no, honestly, I thought about cosplaying as like Green Arrow because he has either a goatee or a beard of some sort.
It's cool.
Just haven't been able to pull it off yet.
I take it back. I almost bought one of those Peter Quill jackets. Like the
Those
long
are pretty
coat.
sweet though.
Yeah,
You
they
could
came
do
out
that.
with an
That's a cool
ad,
one.
like on Facebook. I thought about getting it.
You just go get a Walkman at a hand-me-down place,
Radio
or a
Shack.
second-hand store, Radio Shack.
Still around?
Put those babies on. Start singing along,
Get a fake rat.
singing in it. I don't know cosplay. I've never done cosplay before. And is it true? Is it only cosplay, Patrick, if you make your outfit? Like you have to
No,
make it?
no. But if I were to cosplay, I would have to make my own costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like levels of cosplay.
Yeah.
Wait, is it cosplay or cosplay?
I think it's COS.
Whichever.
Or cosplay?
I guess it would be cosplay because it's costume play. So
What do they do with
cosplay.
the tomb? Is it silent?
Store it
They just
away
Throw it away.
for
They
a
don't
for a
reuse
rainy
them.
Mm.
day?
Well, Corey Fosh.
Oh,
I
gosh.
believe you're supposed
Fotch.
to pronounce the P and the F completely.
I think you have to pronounce
His
every
last-
single letter. So
last name is silent.
Pofautisich.
Plus, so it's pronounced Smith.
Yes,
Pronounced
Smith.
Krzyzewski.
Corey Smith said he's
Sounds like you're doing a spit take every time you say his last name.
he said he's pretty sure he could pull off Thor from Endgame, but we'll save that for later.
That'd be a solid
Maybe
Halloween outfit for somebody this year. I'm gonna tell you
Wouldn't
right
it?
now, that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome. And then Bad Gamer Elite, that limb guy, said, I've been told by a professional cosplayer that I could pull off Beast Boy.
I don't know who that is.
It's the boy who's a beast.
Got it.
You don't know who that
You
is?
made that up, didn't you?
I don't believe you.
Wait, just made up what?
This is
Oh,
a
that
boy
he
that is a
doesn't
beast.
know? Well, that's
That is who he
That's
is. He's
who he
the
is.
boy. That's,
he's the little green guy from Teen Titans. Or just Titans. I don't know if it has to be Teen Titans.
That's why I don't know.
That is
a
correct.
little green guy, like Marvin the Martian.
Like Jiminy
Marvin
Cricket.
the Martian's not green. He's
Jiminy
black.
Cricket.
Somebody told me I'd make a mean
Jiminy
Jiminy
the Cricket.
Cricket.
If
Jiminy
Jiminy
the
Cricket
Cricket.
was a mutant, he would be Beast Boy.
Okay, I could see that.
Also,
you are crossing so many
Plankton.
so many universes right now.
he could also be Plankton from from SpongeBob.
So that's who you would cosplay as?
Yeah, probably.
Plankton.
Nice.
Who'd you
Cool.
pick?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't. I would be
Oh, mine would definitely be like probably
Mark.
Peter Quill
Mark.
Mark?
or Mark.
1, 2, 3 Mark or Marc Boucher?
Oh, hi,
Marc
Mark.
Boucher.
Marc Boucher.
I did not.
I'd be Wolverine with the big claws and the yellow suit and the old school cartoon yellow outfit. Yes, and I would have a little speaker that played that song on an endless loop.
Nice.
That's all I got.
That could
That's
be
all I
all we
got.
got.
Could be.
That's all I got to say about that.
And that's all I got to say about that.
JD. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Ice cream.
I got
Lieutenant
shot
Dan, you
in
got
the
magic
buttocks.
legs.
So how do we
I
end it?
drank
We just
too
do
many.
a thing? Just a...
I drank too many Dr. Peppers. Hey, you ready? Forrest Gump eating an apple.
That's all I got to say about that.
You know what Mama always said? Life's like an apple in your mouth. You never know what it's going to taste like.
Like that's typically an apple in your mouth.
It's the worst show ending ever.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's why we're not ending it that way.
Maybe
We gotta
Ronnie,
come up
you
with
should end
something.
this
Somebody,
out.
somebody say something to save this.
All right, Ronnie.
Hey, guess what? It's over. You should go check out at the GMG podcast.
No, wait. Before we do that,
because you'll hear much.
before that
What?
part,
Yeah, Ronnie, go ahead.
Mark, you go ahead.
Now wait. If Mark's going to go ahead, I think Patrick should go ahead also.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. But before I go ahead, Mark, tell Ronnie to go ahead first.
Do it in French.
Go ahead in French.
Toute la fruit.
Now I have to go ahead. I have to go ahead in French. Well, I will say, Lucas, go ahead in French.
Sacre bleu. French
That's
toast,
not
French
go ahead in
fries, French dressing. The end of that. French.
Okay, it's over. Go listen to other
You're
podcasts.
over.
They're way better than this one.
No, don't
Okay,
listen
bye.
to other podcasts. Just listen to our spoiler cast.
Click on
In-game
ours
spoiler
for a
cast. That's
little
next.
while.
Do that one next.
By other podcasts,
Or-
I mean other episodes of
Mhm.
ours.
Good save. Go back to the other episodes. If you haven't watched, you don't watch a podcast. If you haven't listened to
you
episodes
haven't
1,
watched
2,
them,
3,
you
4,
should.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, or 33.
And don't forget about the Spider-Man spoiler cast and the Red Dead Redemption spoiler cast and the Shazam spoiler cast.
Yes.
And pretty soon the Avengers in-game spoiler cast.
Yes.
That covers all of them. And once you've done all of
We got it,
that,
guys.
listen to them again. You might catch something new.
Yeah, just
Now
like
go ahead.
everyone does with the MCU, you watch them all the way through, listen to all of those. And you'll be all
Listen
caught
to
up.
them.
They should watch them all the way through.
The second time, listen to them at half the speed.
Definitely
and
don't do
sound.
any of that.
See how terrible we sound. Have you guys ever listened to a podcast at half the speed?
Yes.
It's awesomely funny. It's like, then the other day, I went to the store. It was great.
Wow, that was one of our stories.
Bom dia, my
Yeah. My brothers and sisters.
Why would you listen to him at
Now
half
go
speed?
listen to that at half speed.
Just for fun.
Hey, who's that for?
1.5 the speed.
Who's that for?
Yeah, I don't know who that's for. Or listen to them at 2 times the speed, and we sound like the chipmunks.
Have we ended the podcast yet?
I was waiting for
Okay, I
Ronnie
love
to
you
go ahead.
guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It was funny.
Go get your
Bye,
good
buddy.
morning on as you live, work, and game. Hasta mañana. Luego. Buenos dias.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go back the way you came.
Bye-bye, though. Kermit the Frog here.
So that was a thing.
Cool.
That was
Now,
improv.
Continue recording and head into Endgame.
I have one more bite of my apple. Is that how we should start Endgame? Spoilers?
This is how a spoiler cast sounds when it's eating an apple.
Are we going to start from a certain point?
Do we need to mark again? Do we need to mark again, or are we all in sync so we don't need to mark?
Should we? Is this going to be an hour? Because I might need a pee break.
Go pee.
This is
Do it
all
now.
going to be on there?
This will definitely be an hour. I'm going to go ahead and stop and export. Go pee.